down some of that with Catherine Heenan in our panel.
Good morning, Catherine.
Good morning. Let me introduce the panel to you quickly. Starting over here, Professor Stephen Fish, UC Berkeley Political Science Department. Thank you, Stephen. Corinne Rankin, Vice Chairwoman of the California Republican Party, running to be chair, by the way. And Donna Crane. Donna is a political science lecturer at San Jose State University. All right, everybody, this will be fun, but let me step back a little bit. What a widely different scene from his first inauguration. Trump has won the popular vote. Republicans control Congress. Corporate America is embracing him. So what is happening? Is this a different Trump? Is it a different America? Steve, I'll start with you.
Well, it's a different America because it was easy to assume when Trump was first inaugurated that this was just a glitch. In fact, Trump won in the most unlikely way. He lost the popular vote by several million votes. Hillary Clinton, 99 out of 100 times, would have become president. But there was this confluence of very, kind of bizarre confluence of numbers that when you got to the Electoral College that enabled him to become president. He was so unusual. He was so different from former presidents that I think a lot of people thought, okay, we're stuck with him for 4 years and then we move on. But him coming back now a second time, no longer does Trump seem to be an anomaly. It looks like he might be the new normal in American politics. After all, he won the popular vote as well as the Electoral College this time. So I think it's a new America.
All right, Corinne, what do you think?
I think it's a combination. I think that it's a new America. I think that it's a new President Trump that we're seeing. And I also think that the Americans largely ask themselves, am I better off now than I was 4 years ago under President Trump? And that message alone is a large contributor to why he did so well this time around. I think after 2 failed assassination attempts, that really changed him and changed his perspective and changed his approach to being the president. And I think that we as Americans are going to get the benefit of that going forward.
Donna?
I didn't see any change in President Trump based on his address this time versus 8 years ago. But I do think America has changed. I think the country has moved to the right. I think the country has been through a lot of trauma and is looking for a strong leader. And I think exactly that in 2016, it looked like his win looked like it was anomalous, and it no longer does. One last thing to say, there was a lot of pushback after Trump's first win among the broad public when you think about the size of the Women's March marches around the country. And also the elites were not aligned with him back then. The Republican Party was not his. It was sort of more old line Republicans and corporate America, and that is all changed now.